what I really want is I want to create, and I want to support my community, and I want my community to support me. And so if I just put it out there, then at least I've done what I know how to do, what I can control. Back to that. I can't control how I'll be received, but I can control the fact that I put it out there. I'm not one of the people. I know that there are people that protect anonymity and it's important to them. I'm super open about my recovery. I just don't mention the fellowship name because I don't want to, if I screw up, I don't want anybody judging my fellowship on me being an idiot. Basically is the reason. But like, I know I do that. I know people that like, for reasons, like they have to protect their job or, their doctor, they don't want patients, things like that.
Yeah.
Coming in. So oh my God, can you hear him?
It's awesome. I love it.
So loud.
So loud.
He's so loud.
Oh. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Mitzi Dawn. Okay. Mitzi Dawn is a songwriter out of Nashville. She was in Nashville all of 6 months when she got a publishing deal with RPM Music Group and Tim McGraw. She's gone on to write hits for well-known artists such as Alabama's Randy Owen, Ronnie Dunn, Reba McEntire, and Billy Bob Thornton. And she's worked with artists such as John Rich, Brooks and Dunn, and many more. On such albums as Trainwrecks and Pink Clouds, I love that title, she has addressed her battle with addiction. She celebrates 11 years of sobriety this year.
And so when people would say, like, if you're struggling, get help, I didn't know what the hell that meant.
Yeah, where?
And so even for me, like, I was a professional musician. There was 1,000 resources for me, and I had zero clue. I honestly believe that, like, rehab was something that either famous people or homeless vets did. I had no idea until I was doing service work and I had like a year clean. I went to Cumberland Heights. I was like, this is a bunch of crap. Like, I could have come here. Like, Music Cares would have paid for me to come here, and I detoxed on somebody's couch. Like, I had zero clue. And so when I was doing a little bit of press and radio for my record Razor Blades and Whiskey, I put at the end of that video, like, actual words, like, there are a lot of 12-step fellowships, if that would probably there's 12-step fellowships for every substance and for every issue that you could possibly have. And so if you're struggling, you can look up treatment, and then we put like number, and then or type in whatever your issue is, and then write the word anonymous afterwards.
Right. One of the things Mitzi and I talked about during this conversation was that she is herself an introvert. And I was curious as to how she's dealing with being an introvert in the midst of this proposed isolation, while balancing that with the need for community and recovery and all of that.
I'm up and down, honestly. I cried twice today. And it's interesting for me. I think I'm more in acceptance right now. But a lot of people are just now kind of, the last week, we're just now kind of deciding to stay home. My boss on March 13th, it was his birthday, and I had a show that night. When I woke up in the morning, everything was canceled and I was sent home. And so for me, this is like day 19, I think. And so the first week was, is he overreacting? Nobody else got sent home yet. The second week was staring at, the TV and the news and and screenshotting pictures of numbers of people that are contracting this virus, and just complete utter fear and lack of any kind of self like care. And I don't want to say the last week, but like and then over the last like 5 or 6 days has been like, whoa, I'm going to be home for a long time. At first I was just like, well, I've gone without meetings before. When I've traveled and I've been on the road,
Sure.
things like that. I think this is fine. I don't, I feel bad for the newcomer. And then this is just a different beast, and it's a different thing. And so I think that I've been to more meetings in the last week and a half than I have probably in the last 8 months.
You are not the first, second, or third person to say that to me in the last few days.
Yeah.
I have heard that so much, including out of my own mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
so what do you think? What's going on there? Why?
Well, even though like I'm an introvert and I enjoy spending time alone, as an addict, I don't, really like ever doing anything I'm told to do. And so, probably if I was just hiding here, I would be fine. But the fact that I have to be here has put some sort of like thing on me, a worry. And then I think that with the heaviness of what's going on, there's so much uncertainty with everybody in jobs and security and the economy and all of these things that like, and then worrying about the newcomer, the people that are just now coming in. I will say I was just on the phone with Ryan Kane. He's the owner of Nashville Recovery Center. And he told me that they have beds available right now.
Wow.
And he's not turning people away.
Wow.
So basically it's not inpatient treatment, it's outpatient. But like we mentioned in the first time that we talked, right now is a great time to go to treatment, or it's a great time to pause and do some self-care. We're not doing anything else. You may as well do something.
Yeah.
So if you're struggling and you think that you need some help, definitely check out the links, because the world is shut down, but I can tell you what's not shut down is treatment.
Tell me about your Jamma Jams.
Oh, pajama jams.
Pajama Jams. Man.
Yeah. In my
so
pajamas.
close.
Yeah. I like it though. That's good. Jamma jams. I was worried about, as a woman, like how I looked. And I was worried all of these things. And it seemed like the only time that I would be inspired and I would feel okay and I would feel like I was ready to do it, it was like 11 o'clock at night. And that was a great excuse, because I'm not going to get up and do my hair and makeup and put this out there. And so when I started recording this new project called Sacred Spaceship, which is like a walk through the therapy that I'm doing for my childhood PTSD and stuff, I thought, you know what, if I'm going to be this transparent and this authentic about where I am in my life and how I'm trying to support like my inner child and how I'm trying to connect with all these little parts of me, then is lipstick really going to make a huge difference? And, at 11 o'clock at night, instead of giving myself the excuse that I can't, get up and get dressed and do my hair, I just started making these videos while I was in my bed in my pajamas and singing songs. And it's just, what I really want is I want to create, and I want to support my community, and I want my community to support me. And so if I just put it out there, then at least I've done what I know how to do, what I can control. Back to that, I can't control how I'll be received, but I can control the fact that I put it out.